I was sipping my morning coffee when I heard drilling on the edge of my property. I walked outside and nearly dropped my mug. Karen from the HOA was building a full shed on what was clearly my land, not just a few inches over the line 5 whole feet into my property. At first, I tried to stay calm. I grabbed my deed, my old survey map, and walked over to talk to her. She didn't even look up. She just said, "The HOA approved this, so it's happening." I told her the HOA didn't have authority over my property line. She shrugged and said, "Then take it up with the board." So I did. The board meeting was worse. Karen was the secretary, and her best friend was the president. They acted like I was inconveniencing them. The president said, "The structure is already underway. Just let it be." That's when I realized I wasn't dealing with ignorance. I was dealing with entitlement. My reaction was simple: if they wanted to fight, I'd give them one. But I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to argue. I was going to win legally, permanently, and publicly. I hired a licensed surveyor the next morning. He marked every corner with bright orange stakes and documented everything with time-stamped photos. Then I took drone footage from multiple angles, showing the construction crossing the property line. I gathered the deed, the plat map, and the surveyor's signed affidavit. Finally, I handed it all to my lawyer and said, "Make this painful." He drafted a letter to Karen and the HOA. It stated they were trespassing, damaging private property, and violating state real estate laws. It demanded the immediate removal of the structure, full payment for damages, and here's the best part: a mandatory land purchase if they wanted the shed to remain. My lawyer explained that since she had already altered and occupied my land, the judge would likely rule in my favor, and the required compensation wouldn't be market value. It would be court value, which is almost always higher. 3 days later, police officers showed up to discuss a civil complaint. Karen thought they were there to back her, but they were holding my lawyer's packet. Her face went pale when the officer said, "Ma'am, you may want to speak to your attorney." The consequences hit fast. The HOA didn't want the lawsuit. Karen didn't want criminal trespass charges, so they caved. Not only did she pay to buy the entire strip of land she built on, she ended up having to purchase the full property parcel the shed encroached into. At a premium, the payoff? I used the money to build a new garage, exactly where she once tried to steal land from me. And every time she walks by, she has to look at the structure she accidentally funded. If you love HOA justice stories, like the video and subscribe.